Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel for another plan with me. This week I'm using this gorgeous kit from Sticker Guru. This is actually on their old format because I've been hoarding this kit for quite some time now. I want to say like going on a year because it was one of the very first kits I ever purchased. And you'll notice in this plan with me compared to my other spreads that it is a little bit different because usually I do a plan as I go style. But since I'm still home from school, I still don't have a whole lot going on. So I decided to try a more structured layout with all the checklists in one row, all of the full boxes in another row, just because I feel like that leaves me less space for writing. And I just don't have a lot going on. So first I started with my bottom washi, and then I moved into the sidebar. I put down a full box with a hello sticker over the top that's from a Mambi sticker book. Then I put down a hydrate sticker, which later after I filmed this I changed it out for a checklist to mark my happy mail. Then I put down my habit tracker with a goals header, which I'll fill in later. And then I put down a Monday through Sunday tracker with a this week header to track my spending. Then I started off by putting down all of my to-do headers across the top. And so again, this is going to be super structured, I guess you'd call it. And pretty much the only space I'm leaving for like main events is going to be in the bottom section. I feel like the one downside to this style though is like I don't really have a lot to talk about. Like I'm doing the exact same thing for probably 30 seconds or so it might get a little boring. So that's why I always put music in the background just for when I'm not talking. After I put down the to-do headers, I started with my ombre heart checklist, and then I whited out the page flag at the top because the yellow was really see-through, and I just let that dry and then put the page flag down, and then I continued with the rest of my checklist. I think for next week, I want to try this style as a Q&A style. So if you guys have any questions for me, just comment them down below so I can answer them in my next video. After I finished with the checklist, I whited out the dates at the top so I could put down the date covers because those were a little bit see-through too. Just because these colors are so light and they're really like pastel colors. So pretty much everything you can see through, even some of the dots. Next, I started laying down my little things headers in the middle boxes, and then I went back and put in my date covers, which I actually forgot to grab some number dots, so I just wrote them in afterwards off camera. Then I whited out the other page flag at the top while I let the whiteout on the dates dry, and then I finished with the date covers on the first half of the week and put down the page flag at the top. Moving on to the second half of the week, I just finished with my little things headers and whiting out the dates across the top. And it still hadn't really dried, so I started with the full boxes too, which are all really pretty. They're kind of like a paint splattered pattern, I'd call it. So I just tried to like alternate the colors to keep them, just to even out them throughout the spread. Then I went back and finished with the rest of the date covers, and this part got a little bit cut off, so I apologize for that. Then I moved on to the first half of the week again and just finished up with the rest of the full boxes. I do find that with this style of planning, it's a lot easier for me to keep things straight because I can easily line up all of the full boxes in the checklist to the headers. I don't know, maybe it's just me. So then I started with my today headers in the last section. Next, I moved into planning my day by day, and this part is a little bit all over the place, at least for Monday. First, I started with a little thing. It was a meal icon, but I actually ended up having to peel that up later because that was supposed to be a TV little thing, so I could mark that I was going to watch The Bachelor. Then I took a half box and this text sticker from Little Red Balloon Ink that says first day of semester because winter semester did begin on that day. And then I put down a heart little thing on top of the meal one, and here's where I realized that it was supposed to be a TV. And then I was just trying to even out the spacing here. I usually don't plan in this style, so I wasn't sure how everything was gonna fit. Moving on to Tuesday, I put down this camera icon from my shop Sunset Sticker Co. to mark that I was gonna film my plan with me, which is actually the one you're watching now. And then here I started writing that the Paperly boutique was gonna reopen, and I wrote the wrong letters, so I just peeled it up and replaced it with an asterisk. Then I started filling in my habits on my sidebar, so I was tracking my retainer this week, reading, and posting in my Facebook group for the shop. On Wednesday, I put down one of these double dots quarter boxes with a honey with a laptop from the Honeybee shop to mark that I had some homework to do. And then on Friday, I put down a half box at the bottom. And I just marked that with one of the green asterisks from the kit to mark that it was Free Kit Friday in my shop. And if you're new to my channel or to my shop, Free Kit Friday is something new I started doing as of just a couple weeks ago. So every Friday, I'll have a featured kit in my shop, and if you spend $20, you get a free basic kit of that week's featured kit, and if you spend $30, you get a free deluxe kit with your purchase. And sometimes I like to do polls in my Facebook group on what kit we should feature. I went back to Wednesday and put down one of these little teardrops with the film clapper icon to mark that I wanted to upload a plan with me, which was supposed to be this one, and obviously that never happened. And then I put another teardrop on Saturday also with a green heart to mark that I wanted to upload another video, which is actually this video that you're watching now. And then on Friday, I put down 2 TV little things to mark MacGyver and Hawaii Five-0 we're going to be on, and you'll see in a little bit that I'll kind of rearrange that stuff. And then on top of the full box, I layered a half box vertically with a quiz sticker from Paper Kumiko to mark that I had a quiz due for a class that I actually ended up dropping, and I just marked it with another one of those honey with a laptop stickers from the Honeybee shop. And then here's where I'm just rearranging the TV little things, trying to make everything fit in. On Thursday, I put down a half box with a Get Shit Done sticker. I believe that's from LillySkysDream to mark that I had a writing assignment due. So I just put down another double dot on Sunday to mark that I wanted to film a plan with me, and again, that camera's from my shop. And then I'm putting down the weekend banner at the bottom of Saturday and Sunday, which I actually almost forgot that. So here's a look at my completed spread as of now. If you want to see it actually completed, be sure to follow me on Instagram. And then I'm just showing you all the stickers I have left over. So I'll see you guys in my next plan with me. Bye!